Imagine yourself sitting in the PTE exam room and this is your second or even third attempt. You studied harder than ever. You know all the tricks, rules for the exam. You have practiced every question type hundreds of times. And then your exam starts. Suddenly your mind goes black. Your throat feels tightened. Everything you have practiced just start disappearing. This is not you failing. It's your brain making a particular mistake. Today we are going to talk about how to stop your brain making this mistake. In the next few minutes, you will learn about 3 techniques that actually work. Technique number 1. You do it when you enter the exam center or just right before your exam. Technique number 2. Something that you are going to work about your voice and many people unfortunately don't know about it. Technique number 3 that almost nobody talks about and many students lose marks after the first 2 or 3 questions. Stay with me. All 3 are super easy. All of them work. Let me show you how and why. At your home, you speak English fluently. You feel relaxed. The words flow easily. But the time you enter the exam room, you feel like your brain started turning off. You're not simply imagining it, it's really happening. So let's understand first what actually it is. So when you are under pressure, your brain starts sending signals, an alarm signal. It considered yourself to be in danger. That alarm was very useful when people used to run away from the wild animals. So the same exam has a counter effect when you have to speak English during your PTE examination. So here is an example to better understand this. Imagine your phone has a full battery, but it has many applications running at the same time. The phone slows down, freezes, and stop working properly. And that's exactly what happens when you are under a stressful situation. The alarm shuts down the part of your brain that is responsible for fluent English speaking. And for repeaters, listen this very carefully. So your English might not be a problem, and that you might have proven by scoring the required score in listening or speaking. Actually, the problem is your brain that has associated the PTE examination room with the danger. So the alarm goes off every time when you enter the PTE examination room. But here is the good news. You can turn that alarm off in a very simple way. So let's talk about the technique number 1 that you are supposed to practice before the start of your examination or even when you enter your PT exam center. The first technique involves breathing in for 4 seconds. The second step is you hold for 7 to 8 seconds. And the third step is you exhale or breathe out for 8 seconds. Let me show you how. Start breathing in. Now I'll hold the breath for 7 seconds after breathing in. Now I will breathe out. By doing this activity, you can actually feel your heart slowing down. This start telling your body or generate a new type of signal telling your brain that you're now in a safe zone. What is step number 2? That I would say it the ground anchor. Make sure your feet are firmly placed on the ground. Try feeling the floor under you. Both of these 2 steps would hardly take around 10 seconds, but it would have certainly a very positive impact on your performance. You should and can repeat this for multiple times. And for everyone, I would suggest start practicing this even when you are in your car, waiting for your ID check, and even sitting, waiting for the time to enter the exam center. So here is a story of a student whom I met once. She came to me. I started gauging her, examining how she attempts a particular question. And there, I found nothing that was alarming. So instead, I started inquiring about how she behaved during the exam. And then I found out that she needs to simply implement these strategies. After learning these simple techniques, she said they are very simple and they might not work. But still, she tried that during her exam. But somehow she tried the step 1 and step 2 on her way to examination. On her next attempt, she simply scored 79. It works. Let's talk about the technique 2, vocal grounding. When we are nervous, our voices start becoming high, tight, and shaky. The PTE computer even notices this and gives you lower marks on fluency. The PTE AI is even trained to find these in your voice and gives us low marks when it comes to fluency. So here's what to do during your 35 seconds preparation time. Do a quiet low hum like this. Feel the vibration in your chest. This relaxes your throat muscles. Your voice becomes lower, steadier, and stronger. Try this technique so that you can speak in a calm voice. Calm voice will help you score, and even it helps your brain feel relaxed. You made a small mistake during an exam. Rather than focusing on the next question, you keep thinking about the mistake that you have done previously. That is one mistake that usually destroys the whole performance during an examination. Trust me, the fix to this mistake is very simple. The moment you click next, and every single question would become a fresh start. Here's an important suggestions for the repeaters a night before the examination. Tell your brain that past examinations are now simply an information. Tomorrow is going to be a completely new day. And here is another important thing. You don't need to feel confident before PT examination. Your past attempts are now just information. Tomorrow is going to be a completely new day. You don't need to feel confident to pass PT examination. Confidence comes after you perform well. So what's in your hand? What you can control? You can control three things. Number one, your breath. Number two, your voice, and your focus between the questions. Control these three things, fluency will come naturally and you will be able to perform better during the whole examination. So here is the summary of all three techniques that we have discussed. Number one, that is pre-mic or even when you enter the exam center. It is 4-7-8 breath technique plus your feet placed firmly on the ground. Number two is vocal grounding, low hum, speak from the chest. Number three is cleaning the slate. Done. Next, breathe out. If this is going to be your second or third attempt, I'm talking to you directly. You're not here because your English is not good enough. You are here because you haven't selected the right tools. Now you have those tools. I would consider that your English is good. So now you need to work on your body's alarm. Your body's alarm system was the real culprit, and you have learned that how this alarm system can be managed. You have already done a lot of hard work. Now make your nervous system your companion to perform good during the exam. If these techniques help you, try doing this at home. This would be your homework to try the technique 4-7-8. And for all of you, I would request to simply like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share these videos with those who are going to attempt the exam in the near future.